Hi. Jake and I wanted to kind of continue with telling you about our journey to becoming debt-free. So as we mentioned, we were following Dave Ramsey's baby steps. First baby step of being saving $1,000 for an emergency fund. Second baby step being the debt snowball, where you list all of your debts, smallest to largest. Attack the first debt with everything that you can squeeze out of your budget, paying minimums on everything else, and then rolling that into the next step once you get it paid off, and it snowballing and growing as time goes on. But we wanted to kind of share our experiences with the debt snowball, emergencies that we had arise, ways that we kind of coped with not being able to do anything, and our techniques for getting through it and maintaining our sanity.
Well, first things are, our families both were very supportive with it, and we could always go to each one of our parents' house for dinner, at least once a week. And we negotiated with our families about like Christmas time and birthdays and stuff, and how we really put a budget on it at $50 or $75, just so you don't get out of control with that, which is it's very easy to do
because you love your family and want to spend so much on them. So for my siblings and actually Jake's brother, we decided siblings, we're not going to exchange gifts anymore. We're just going to focus on the kids and our parents.
So but like Dave says, 100% of the time, it never goes 100% as planned. Yeah. So we had some issues. The room we're in right now actually had a water damage issue where the ceiling came down, and upon further investigation needed a whole new roof and decking, and needed basically a gut job from the studs down. Yeah. So we briefly paused, paying the debt off. We cash flowed, a couple paychecks, saved enough, got all the lumber, did everything myself, with the help of friends and family. And, we're able to put this room back together, and it's better than ever. And then, one of our dogs had an emergency surgery that needed to happen. So again, we paused for a couple paychecks, and, we're able to cash flow. At no point did we ever go further into debt, which is really important.
Really important. And same thing for our wedding. I mentioned we paid for our wedding with cash, and we were blessed to have my parents be able to help us with our beautiful day. But everything else, that we paid for was the same thing. We just kind of put on pause what we were working on in terms of our debt. And then once we saved for our wedding fund, we picked right back up once we got the amount that we thought we needed all squared away.
Our original goal was to pay everything off in 2 years, and it took us 26 months. So 2 months over our plan, which I think is pretty good, based on everything else that's happened. And, once you get going through it, it's tough at first when you're used to going out to eat, you're used to socializing, a couple times a week and everything. It's tough on you. Yeah. But watching debts disappear and seeing you're putting a couple $100, and then it goes to $1,000, and it goes to multiple $1,000s that you're putting on a debt, per, once or twice a month. It really is, it's like once you start losing weight on a diet, it's motivating to keep going. And how can we cut even further? Can we shave a little bit off of here? Can we, maybe, look at the grocery bill and start shopping at a different store to maybe save even more, and that kind of stuff.
We did that like crazy. We price shopped between Price Right, Aldi, Wegmans, Walmart. We just compared how much it was to buy similar or the same product at all these different places, and then kind of, even though it took more trips to different stores, we tried to save money that way too, with only buying necessities, buying things that were less expensive. Same thing with Christmas. I tried to do as much bargain shopping as I could. We actually both were losing quite a bit of weight at the time. I was shopping at AmVets for clothing, which ended up being really super fun for me too, because it was like a treasure hunt. But one of the biggest things for us was just really leaning on each other for support, because friends would want us to come out with them and have dinner, and we'd have to continue to refuse, and you risk losing friendships that way because people get upset with you. They don't really understand why you want to blow through your debts if you can just take your time and do what everybody else does and be normal and pay them off over a number of years. So some of our friends got a little bit short with us, from time to time, but we knew what our goal was, and we knew how we wanted to live our life and what we wanted to accomplish, and now we are here.
Yep. you know, and other friends were really supportive with it, and we would go to their house, and you know, we would just cook dinner, you know, have a little barbecue or something. You know, it wasn't all bad, but it's just like anything else. You know, you put the time in, you put the effort in, you plan on it, you do it. It's worth it, and you know, if we can do it, anybody can do it. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.